In today's video, we're going to be talking about some insider information, I guess you could even call them leaks, that suggest some good news for Grand Theft Auto 6. And we need that, especially after last week's announcement from Rockstar saying that the game has been delayed yet again to November 19th, 2026. So in today's video, we'll be talking about all of that and a whole lot more. So this is coming from Video Game Insider and the co-founder of Insider Gaming, Tom Henderson. Now in the past, Tom Henderson has had some pretty reputable information just on Grand Theft Auto 6 alone. So he's clearly very connected in the video game industry, and he's clearly very connected when it comes to Rockstar. He certainly has some sources there. And on the latest edition of his Insider Gaming podcast, he talked about Grand Theft Auto 6 and the delay, and there was two very important things that he brought up. And the first is that GTA 6 is essentially ready to go out the door, which would in theory suggest that this delay will be the last one. This is what he had to say about Grand Theft Auto 6 essentially being content complete on his podcast.
I don't think it's going to be delayed again. I think this,
I'm with you.
I mean, we're talking, this is a substantial delay, right? This is another 6 months. And I think even the employee said it in I think it was like a GTA forum kind of dealio. He even said that the game is content ready. And from what I've heard, it's been content ready for a very long time. But like I said, I can't remember when it was, and I'm sick of saying like I've been saying for months, but I said in a podcast not long ago that if there's a single glitch, like somebody glitches through the door or something like that, people are going to run with it, and it's just going to be a bad look for them.
Now, although I think it's pretty obvious, for those of you guys that don't know what content complete is, it's when all the core content, features, and assets intended for the initial release have been created and finalized, marking the end of the production phase. So at this point, development shifts from adding new features to bug fixing, polishing, and testing to prepare the game for its launch. So this is really good news, and that means that I guess if Rockstar Games truly wanted to, they could put Grand Theft Auto 6 out right now, and we'd basically, for the most part, be able to play it from start to finish, because what they're doing right now is trying to get rid of all the bugs, get rid of all the glitches, anything that would cause the game to not look and run as smoothly as possible. And that's also something that Tom Henderson said on the podcast as well, that if Rockstar can find any single glitch, they will, and they'll try to knock it out before it ultimately ends up releasing. And one of the things that they also talked about on the podcast was how it's another 6 months, and that they were talking about how crazy video game development has become over the last couple of years. Well, Tom actually revealed how much this is going to cost Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive to spend 6 more months of developing Grand Theft Auto 6. This is what he had to say.
I got a number from a developer on this, and they think that this is going to cost Take-Two $10 million a month extra now. So we're talking an extra, what's that, 60 million?
So what? Instead of making, $26 billion on this game, they'll make what, 25?
Yes. But yeah, like so this delay is probably another 50, 60 million, 10 million a month just in development costs, and then you got to put whatever else on top of it. So I would imagine you're close to 100 million or whatever it may be, which is only another 1.5 million copies they need to sell. It's fine, right? Or 1 million if it's $100, as everyone keeps saying.
So again, he said the delay will cost around $60 million or $10 million per month. And with that kind of allows us to do some math, because there's been a lot of rumors on how much Grand Theft Auto 6 has cost to develop, and there might be more cost than this, but Grand Theft Auto 6 will at least have cost $720 million by the time it releases next year. Remember that development reportedly started in 2020. Again, might have started a little bit before that unofficially, so that number could be spot on, 720 million. It could be more than that. It could be closer to $1 billion. It could be over $1 billion. But that's what's being reported, is that it costs $10 million a month just to make Grand Theft Auto 6. That is absolutely insane. Now, Tom Henderson is not the only one who is saying, though, that Grand Theft Auto 6 is content complete. And I would say this is a good thing that multiple people are hearing the same thing. This comes from Kiwi Talks, who is another content creator that interviews game developers. So he has a lot of relationship with not only Rockstar employees, but people in the video game industry as well. He put this out on social media that talked about a couple of things, but if we go down to number 3, it says this: I've seen apparently some insiders saying it's being delayed till 2027 and the game is in a messy state. I highly doubt this, and no one I have spoken to has corroborated it. The game is content complete. All the work from here on out is optimizing the hell out of it and making sure all systems work to prevent a cyberpunk scenario. And that essentially is basically what Rockstar Games ended up saying in their post. They didn't say that the game is content complete. That would have been cool if they did say that. But they did say they're essentially in a polishing stage. And it's wild to think that it's going to require 6 months more of polish if the game is content complete. But it looks like Rockstar is literally and probably figuratively not leaving any stone unturned. They're making sure that this game is going to be as perfect as possible. And even though it might not necessarily take all 6 months, I think at that point in time, because you've already had to delay it, Rockstar and Take-Two probably said, well, you might as well put this out in a nice time for us. Put it right before the holiday season when people are taking off from work, school, etc. It just feels like November 19th is a better release date all the way around. And speaking of Cyberpunk 2077 and Rockstar's official response to this, Cyberpunk actually responded to Rockstar's post on social media, highlighting one of their own posts all the way back from 2020, 2 months before the game was supposed to come out, saying no more delays are happening. So I think this is Cyberpunk poking fun at the fact that when they launched their game, it was a buggy disaster mess. And that's what everyone is comparing this situation to. This is going to be one of the biggest games, if not the biggest title of all time. And Rockstar Games doesn't want it to turn into a Cyberpunk situation. Fans don't want it to turn into a Cyberpunk situation. Even Cyberpunk is realizing they don't want it to turn into a Cyberpunk situation. So I just found that to be pretty funny. And since things are literally getting updated every second, Rockstar Games has made an announcement today. It doesn't have anything to do with Grand Theft Auto 6, so I think at least for now, another day is going to go by without an official update from them. It's Tuesday, so Rockstar Games made their weekly Red Dead Online announcement. I know this isn't what fans wanted. They probably wanted like an immediate resolution to the delay with like a third trailer, more screenshots, etc. It's weird that they haven't chosen to, for the most part, give out bad news with at least something that fans are interested in, like screenshots, stuff like that. They did that with Red Dead Redemption 2. But either way, that's the update that Rockstar Games has given us today. But anyways, that is all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know what you think about the latest leaks and insider information about Grand Theft Auto 6, it being content complete, how much it costs per month essentially to make, and a whole lot more. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But, of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.